directs your talent. Focus directs your talent. Yesterday, after a successful vision casting class that I did with the actual partakers that's part of the team, I went upstairs and I was in the room with my daughter, and watching her play, I had to take notice of what it is that I saw. What I noticed is this little 5-year-old, she moves quickly from one toy to another and from activity to activity. She actually expends tremendous amounts of energy, hear me, but get little done. This is to be expected at 5 years old because they are exploring their world and learning how to do things by actually doing it. And when I was sitting there before I cupped her in my arms, I began to look and I began to say to myself that focus does not come naturally to us, yet it is essential for everyone who actually wants to make the most of what it is that they do. They want to make the most of their talent. And watch what I'm getting ready to tell you. Having talent without focus is like being an octopus on roller skates. Did y'all hear what I just said? Having talent without focus is actually like being an octopus, amen, on roller skates. Because you can surely, for one thing, know that there's going to be plenty of movement, but you won't know what direction that it would actually be in. Talent with focus actually directs you. And it actually has the potential to make you see that you can actually go further. I get the opportunity every week to do different leadership conferences, virtual classrooms, deal with a lot of ministry assignments. And I was doing this leadership conference not too long ago. And whenever it is that I travel to any part of the world that may be new to me or something that I've never been at before, I try to do some research, as I always do, to find out what's unique about the place that I'm going. Because I always like to visit places, hear me, that engage in certain experiences that was not available in the other regions that I may have went in. I think a lot of times about how people hunt in certain regions. And this is a place, a lot of times where people will hunt, the place where I went, and that actually they love hunting, and hunting was actually their actual experience of relaxation. Now, I'm getting ready to say something to you, and I pray that you'll receive it, that only God could share this with me on this morning, about 3:30 this morning. If you want to be successful, please write this down. If you want to be successful, you must focus on what you can do and not on what you can't do. All right? All right, let me say that to you again. If you want to be successful, you must focus on what you can do, not on what you can't not do. See, you can't change a person's mind. You can live from that experience to make you a better person. You can't get the time back, amen, but you can be wise with the time that you have allotted and afforded to you. You can't change the opinions that people feel about you, but you can use it as a motivation not to do whatever that they're saying that you do. You can't solve everybody's problems, but what you can do is seek to be better solutions for people. The wonderful woman of God yesterday said to me in our vision casting class, and one of the questions that I said, she said, I am the solution. Some of you right now are going to have to learn how to be the solution to your problems and not everybody else's. You can't solve it for everybody. You can't figure it out. You can't do their work. You're going to have to learn how to do some things by yourself. And in order to be successful, you're going to have to focus on what you can do. And you got to understand, to be a success in some things, you got to be a failure in others. In order to be a success, you might have to turn yourself away from some things, some people. You got to make sure that you're understanding on what you can do versus then what you cannot do. So today, in the little time that I have allotted to me, I want to deal with the power of focus. The power of focus. I first want to start out by saying that focus can really bring you a lot of tremendous power. It will bring you a lot of tremendous power. Without it, you will often feel drained and you'll feel unable to actually accomplish that you won't be able to accomplish very much. With focus, you will find your God-given gift, your God-given ability to gain direction and intentionality. Okay. And these qualities that I'm getting ready to give you will surely pay off. It will help you go on the other side of the spear and help you run on and see what the end is actually going to be. Okay. So let me give you some facts that you need to really know about focus. In my time in study and meditation, and I believe that this will help you grow in the places that you need to be. Here's number one. Focus does not come naturally to most people. All right. Please, I pray that you don't get offended. Amen. But focus does not come naturally to most people. When you look at where we live in this nation, these yet to be United States of America, you will notice that we actually live in an actual culture with almost infinite choices and opportunity. And because of that, most people find themselves pulled in dozens of directions. Okay. What's worse is that people often find themselves spending much of their time and energy on things that they really don't even care about, and some things that's really not important. When I was in psychology, I came up with a quote, and I want to see if this will bless you as much as it blessed me. Ours is a world where people do not know what they want and what they're willing to go through to get it. Some of us right now can shout because we had to go through hell to get to where it is that we are. We had to suffer. We had to sacrifice. We had to cry. We had to be ridiculed. We had to be ostracized, criticized to get to where we are. We had to have rumors put out about us, scandals put out about us, accusations put out about us, and we had to go through some things in silence to get to where we are. See, you see my story today, but you don't know the story of yesteryear. And sometimes the reason why we do not know is because we don't let our light so shine that other people can see what it is that we've been through. People don't just always need to see your sun. They also need to see your rain. They need to see your drizzle. They need to see your storm, and in my case, they needed to see the tsunami. And when you understand that, the solution, hear me very carefully, the solution was predicated on my focus and how I handled the situation. Now understand something. I didn't handle every situation with speaking in tongues and running around and shouting and laying in sackcloth and ashes. There were some things in my life that made me spaz. There were some things in my life that made me get upset. There were some things that I said that I should not have said. I did some stuff I should not have done. I popped somebody in the mouth that I probably shouldn't have popped in the mouth. But hear me, my focus was not where it needed to be because I wanted a temporary fulfillment to prove that I was right. And theoretically, it only lasted for a minute because understand this, trying to be mad at people takes hard work. To find something subliminal to say takes hard work. And hear me, for some of you, it's hard work, and for some of you, it's second nature. It's just who you are. It's what's embedded in you. It's what you learned in the genes from being birthed to 7. You learned how to lie by watching your mother lie. You learned how to cuss by watching your daddy cuss. All right. You learned how to gamble by sitting in the kitchen table on Saturday night while they play Biz Wiz. Amen. So you have to understand that if your focus is not on the right place, hear me, you're going to mess around and you're going to have a broken focus. One well cultivated talent, deepened and enlarged, is worth 1,000 shallow faulties. Let me tell you what I mean by that. The law of success, hear me, the first law of success, if I can be honest with you, is that so many are clamoring for attention. They're clamoring for consecration. It's really to bend all of their energies just in one place. I try, Robbie Peters, that is, I try to focus and maintain my focus, hear me, by heeding to the advice of what I learned when I was a kid. Wherever you are, be all there. Did you hear what I said? Wherever I am, be all there. I'm never going to lean in 60%. If I can't give you all of it, I'm not giving you none of it. If I'm involved in something 100% and the moment I know I don't have the love for it anymore, I withdraw completely. Amen. And I'm learning in this season, you're going to have to be all in wherever you are. If you're straddling the fence, you need to get out. You're not going to be a blessing to that ministry. You're not going to be a blessing to that company. You're not going to be a blessing to yourself what you're doing is you're causing yourself more harm's way, because you're allowing yourself to be angry, bitter, and bent. Amen. When I move on, I move on. Amen. And hear me, you can stay in your position, but hear me, I'm so far removed that we're not even connected. So I'm learning that I had to learn how to work on me. And sometimes my focus would be off. Hear me, even still to this day, there are things that was able to distract me until like the last 4 or 5 weeks. I learned how to get my focus where it needed to be, because that was something that God kept telling me that I needed to work on. My mentors kept telling me that was something that I needed to work on. My boss told me that was something that I needed to work on. That people want to bring the distraction. Now, I didn't say I'm gullible to fall for every little bitty thing, but there was a place in my heart where there was weakness. There was a place in my heart where whereas I allowed relationship to overrule what the business was. And hear me, I had to learn that when I was in it, I was in it. But the moment I withdrew from it, made me a better person. And it's not just in people. See, sometimes y'all get caught in people, but sometimes in your work environment, amen. It's a reason why your company say you shouldn't have your phone on your desk. There's a reason why, amen, they tell you that you shouldn't have headphones at your desk listening to music. They're telling you for a certain reason why. So sometimes you got to look at the bigger picture. And as a leader, now, I don't know about you, but this is what I ask myself, and I pray that I can pass it on to you to help you. Am I helping others make progress? Am I helping others make progress? Now, watch this here. When I ask myself that question, I have to look at the individual who I'm talking to when I ask that about that individual, because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, me, Robbie Peters, personally, I know that I try to help everybody progress. I give you what you ask for. I help you in what you need. But there are some people that will never be satisfied. There'll be some people that will always feel like that you don't do enough for me. There's always somebody. Hear me. You don't believe me? Ask your children that. So nobody would think that I'm trying to talk deliberately about an individual or a situation. Let's look at your children. Your kids can want your kids can want a game today. Tomorrow they're gonna want a hoverboard. Amen. Tomorrow they're gonna want an iPad. The next day they're gonna want the brand new phone. The next day they're gonna want all the clothes. The next day they want to have $15. If you look at the Christmas list, I'm telling you, if it was here, I would show you. If you look at my kids' Christmas list, I'm telling you, they got a trunk load of things that they want. And watch this here. They don't even play with 95% of the things that's on that paper. They see it because they want it. And hear me, I'm saying to myself, is what I'm buying you helping you progress, or am I helping you become stagnated? Why would I buy you a $75 game when you don't even have 75 cents in your head? Are you listening to me? Why would I sit up and buy you a $50 hat when you don't have a nickel worth of cents? Are y'all listening to me? You want to make sure that you're buying something of culture. I told my daughter this on the other day. I said, this is your last year of getting a Christmas gift. I'm going to sow money into you to have a legacy so you can do what needs to be done. Amen. If I'm out here and I'm an entrepreneur, I believe that you should be in the same boat and you should be an entrepreneur. I want you to learn how to make your own money. I want you to learn some stuff, and I'm getting ready to help cultivate her to understand that sometimes you got to sacrifice some stuff to get to where it is that you need. Some of you right now that are listening to me, you got to focus on the bigger picture. Am I going to hurt their feelings, or am I going to jack up my destiny? Can I say that again? Am I going to hurt your feelings or jack up my destiny? There are some relationships that you need to rid of. There are some kinships you need to rid from. There are some conversations you need to stay away from. And some of us right now are in the trouble we're in because we don't know how to keep our mouth shut. Amen. You don't know how to have integrity about what it is that was shared with you. And hear me, if you really want to know a true friendship, just wait until there's a situation and watch what's exposed. You'll find out. You got to look at the bigger picture. And I'm telling you, there is people that's connected to me to make sure that I stay on track. Amen. With overseeing my calendar. What I said in 2018 is that I was going to give my staff a little bit more work to help me with my schedule. Amen. Because I'll double book in a minute, and then I'll try to make it work and try to do this and try to do that to try to help everybody. And then they're about to help me now to know how to say, no, we're not going to do that. No, we're not going to make that happen. No, we're not going to kill you. Why kill yourself for people that won't even take a step to kill themselves for you? If they won't fall on their sword for you, why would you take the fall for them? And sometimes you need somebody in your life to understand that. Sometimes my focus is not on myself. I'm trying to help everybody else that I have a broken focus when it comes to me and turn around time to heal me. You follow what I'm saying? So my staff is a tremendous asset for helping me maintain my priorities. See, and hear me. I've always been self-disciplined. I've always been a person who knows how to handle the business, but hear me. I needed some people to also make sure that I'm staying on course to what it is that I need. Amen. So my staff is never not liked. They people don't like my staff. They don't like how they're not Johnny Go friendly. They don't go along with everything. And I understand why they don't go along with everything, because they can see the treachery darts of you